Hello, my name is Cesar Romero. I am the chair of the Regional Advisory Group for the Americas in the International Society of Hypertension, and I was invited by the new investigator committee to provide a short video about how to build an abstract for a conference. So basically, there are not many rules. There are some suggestions, but there are no rules to build an abstract. Basically, an abstract is a quick way to show our research or finding, so we can provide the scenario to facilitate a discussion about this finding with other scientists. There is not a rigid way to build an abstract. However, as I told you, there are some suggestions. All the abstract need to have essentially some parts that will help us to explain to other people what we were doing. The first, and one of the most important part is the title. The title needs to be very attractive and explicit. The attendant people should understand quickly what they are approaching with just facing your abstract. You will find several guidelines in the scientific literature on how to provide a good title. For example, the Strobe guideline for observational study or the ARRIVE guideline for animal research, where you will find that basically you have to put most of the detail that you can, so people can understand if this is an animal study, an observational study, cohort study, cross-sectional study, what you are talking about, so they quickly can be in the same page with you. But at the same time, you have to be creative because the title needs to be attractive. If you have a boring title, nobody will approach your abstract. Then when we are inside our abstract, we usually start with an introduction. The introduction is the explanation on why we are doing this research. Usually we put a problem, we put what is our hypothesis, so we try to hook the people to understand why we are doing this. Once we advance to the intro, usually we propose the method section, which is where we put how we did the research. So we should put enough information in the method so that people can understand the techniques that we were using, kind of those, if necessary. That depends on how much you are interested to discuss the drug or not, which kind of population or how you select the sample, different detail and sufficiently enough detail so people can understand and can have questions about your research. Once you have your material and method, you will have the result. And usually this is the most important part, where you will have, or you will try to have graph or different way to show what are your findings. Usually people are very much impressed with figure than letters. So it's better that you construct abstract with statistical figures, with graphical figures that you show how you did it or how that explains your results. That will be much easier to discuss and facilitate discussion. Of course, your result needs to be analytical. You have to put all the numbers, you have to put the statistical results so people can have a very strong base to discuss your funding. And finally, you will have the conclusion. And the conclusion part basically is how your findings support or not your hypothesis, and how you will continue doing this work in the future according to this result. So basically, these are very broad, the part of an abstract, but now you have to be creative, how you will use that. You don't want to have 1,000 of words where people will not be reading, or you don't want to have a very boring abstract that is not attractive at all. The people get confused, they don't know how to follow. So that is the part of the artistic part of the science, where you have to try to do your science simple and beautiful, so people can understand easily what you are doing, and you can have a feedback and communication about your finding or research. I like to allow my students to put an artistic hat when they are doing the poster, because it's really the way that you will communicate your finding. You will see when you are presenting that the first time you are presenting, maybe you will prepare your abstract with all the detail. But basically, people want to go to the point. So you have to present very brief and concrete and clear, going to the point, and then leaving for the people to ask questions if they didn't understand. For example, you can start saying why you are doing the research very quickly in 2 or 3 sentences, and then you say what is your experiment to prove your hypothesis, and show later the result with your graph. And basically, in less than a minute or 2 minutes, you can put everybody in the same page so they can understand what you are doing, and then you facilitate the communication. This is a very broad and easy and short video to try to help you to create an abstract in the most customizing or personalized way. So I encourage you to start to practice, and remember, the abstract get better as you are doing more abstract and presenting more abstract. Thank you so much, and good luck with your abstract preparation, and I will see you in Cartagena.